Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you've tried to buy a movie ticket lately, you've probably stared at your phone screen in total confusion. Between IMAX, Dolby Cinema, RPX, 4DX, and like a dozen other acronyms, picking a seat practically requires a study guide these days. And now, the Walt Disney Company is throwing a brand new label into the mix, Infinity Vision. Today, we're setting the stage for a deep dive into the confusing, high-stakes world of premium movie tickets. We're going to figure out exactly what this new format means for your next trip to the theater.
So is Infinity Vision the new IMAX killer? That's the massive question we're tackling right out of the gate. Hit with the reality of an increasingly crowded box office, Disney's new premium format has the entire industry talking. Is this meant to completely destroy IMAX's dominance in the premium cinema space? Or is Disney really just trying to provide a solid, high-quality alternative for moviegoers? Well, to understand the answer, we actually have to look at the drama that started it all.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the Doomsday box office clash, and how Hollywood drama created a completely new format.
You see, the creation of Infinity Vision wasn't just some random technological breakthrough. It was actually a highly strategic corporate pivot. It all started back in June of 2024 when Warner Bros. Secured a massive 3-week exclusive lock on IMAX screens for their highly anticipated epic, Dune Part 3. Fast forward a bit, and Disney schedules their biggest Marvel tentpole, Avengers Doomsday, for the exact same weekend, December 18, 2026. Because Dune 3 was extensively shot on 65mm IMAX cameras, IMAX prioritized it. Boom! Disney suddenly found their biggest movie boxed out of the most lucrative premium screens in the country. So what do you do when you can't get into the VIP room? You build your own. In April 2026 at CinemaCon, Disney announced Infinity Vision as a strategic workaround to this whole IMAX lockout. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 2. What exactly is Infinity Vision? Disney's new seal of approval.
The absolute most important thing to grasp here is that Infinity Vision isn't a brand new technology that theaters have to install from scratch. Not at all. It's simply a Disney-backed certification for existing premium large-format theaters. Think of it kind of like a certified pre-owned sticker on a car, or even that old THX certification from decades past. Disney is literally just looking at theaters that already have top-tier equipment and slapping a shiny new seal of approval on them, basically guaranteeing that they meet a really strict set of technical standards.
Let's look at how this breaks down into real-world specs. To earn that Infinity Vision badge, an auditorium has to hit some very specific technical thresholds. We're talking about massive screens here, at least 50 feet wide. It absolutely requires 4K laser projection, which guarantees superior brightness, incredible contrast, and super sharp image uniformity. And it requires premium immersive audio. That means at least 7.1 channels, using formats you've probably heard of like Dolby Atmos or DTS-X. The real beauty of this flexible standard is scale. Instead of spending years building entirely new theaters, Disney can immediately launch this in roughly 75 US and 300 global locations. It guarantees a fantastic baseline of quality for fans, even though it's using mixed, third-party tech from companies like Sony or Barco.
Now, to understand what they're competing against, we need Section 3, the true IMAX experience, the undisputed gold standard of cinema.
So unlike Disney's flexible certification approach, IMAX is a totally locked ecosystem. It's a proprietary end-to-end immersive cinema system. What does that actually mean for you? It means IMAX controls the entire pipeline. They provide the custom cameras the director uses on the film set, they mandate strict aspect ratios for the final image, they install their own dedicated projection and audio hardware, and they even dictate the exact seating layout and geometry of the theater auditorium itself, the whole shebang. It's a highly controlled, incredibly specific environment designed to do exactly one thing perfectly.
And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate IMAX differentiator, 40%. Because IMAX controls the cameras and the screens, movies filmed for IMAX can utilize an expanded aspect ratio. Instead of the traditional widescreen format where you see those annoying black bars at the top and bottom of the screen, an IMAX presentation expands vertically to fill your entire peripheral vision. You are literally seeing up to 40% more of the actual picture that the director captured on set. That's a level of pure immersion that standard formats simply cannot replicate.
All right, let's put them in the ring together. Section 4, Infinity Vision versus IMAX, a head-to-head comparison.
And honestly, the friction here is very real. During a recent earnings call, IMAX CFO Natasha Fernandez threw some serious shade at Disney's new strategy. She said, "From our view, we feel it's a marketing play. It doesn't offer the consumer anything that they couldn't get yesterday." Ouch, right?
IMAX leadership is clearly making the argument that since Infinity Vision relies on pre-existing theater screens and projectors, it's just a branding exercise. A clever distraction from the fact that Disney's biggest movie couldn't secure true IMAX screens.
Let's break down the technical and strategic differences right here. The core difference is what they fundamentally are. Infinity Vision is a quality certification label, while IMAX is a proprietary cinematic system. When it comes to aspect ratio, Infinity Vision offers standard widescreen, whereas IMAX offers that expanded ratio with up to 40% more picture. For hardware, Infinity Vision is totally flexible. Theaters can use Sony, Barco, or Dolby gear. As long as it's bright and loud enough, they're good to go. IMAX, they strictly use their own custom equipment. Finally, let's look at availability. Because Infinity Vision is flexible, it scales incredibly quickly across screens that already exist. IMAX, because it requires massive architectural and hardware overhauls, is naturally limited to exclusive specialized seaters.
So, the crucial point is, what does this mean for you? Section 5, the final verdict, and where you should actually spend your money.
Here is your beginner-friendly guide for your next movie night. Choose Infinity Vision if you want a fantastic, guaranteed high-quality experience. Let's say IMAX is completely sold out for opening weekend, like it almost certainly will be for Doomsday, or maybe you just don't live near a true IMAX theater. An Infinity Vision ticket ensures you won't get stuck in some dim auditorium with blown-out speakers. You're getting top-tier brightness and booming sound. On the flip side, choose IMAX if you want the absolute maximum immersion. If a movie was filmed with IMAX cameras and you want to see that expanded 40% picture size and experience the director's truest uncropped vision, IMAX absolutely remains the gold standard.
Which brings us to our ultimate takeaway for this explainer. Infinity Vision is about availability and quality. IMAX is about true immersion. Disney is brilliantly using their new label to ensure their fans have a premium option no matter what, and they can scale it rapidly across theaters worldwide. Meanwhile, IMAX continues to guard its highly controlled, uniquely immersive visual pipeline. They are both fantastic ways to see a blockbuster, but they serve different needs. So the real question we have to ask ourselves going forward is this: will adding yet another format label to the movie theater ultimately empower audiences to find the best seats in the house, or is it just going to confuse us all even further the next time we try to buy a ticket?